The New York Post has reported that Apple is the leader right now in the clubhouse to land the media rights for the Pac-12 conference. Now, we've talked about this a little bit on this show, but just to recap, there is musical chairs being played right now. All these different conferences, these Power Five specifically, are locking down their individual media rights deals. Last time we touched on this, the Pac-12 had made a statement that, hey, we're in good shape, we're having positive talks, and then reports started to circulate and leak out that, hey, looks like some of these other players, some of the bigger names, the Foxes, the ESPNs, the CBSs, like those suitors were, as the report puts it, quote, lukewarm on the Pac-12. So now the Apple TV Plus rather, is very much so in the ball game. Got a couple of thoughts on this. The first of which being, if it's a bag for the Pac-12, like I don't know what this number is going to look like at the time of us taping this. I don't know what it would look like to land the Pac-12 for Apple TV Plus. But if they give them just a whole lot of money, good for the Pac-12. I don't imagine it'll be on par with the Big Ten or on par with the SEC, but you got to do what you got to do in modern college football as a conference to survive. This is about survival. Again, musical chairs. The music is starting to wind down. If this is the only chair that you can get, if this is the chair that's available and you can sit down and stay relevant and be still in the game, great. Who am I to talk down on that? I think there's some other ripple effects. But you got to do what you got to do. Apple TV Plus has also dipped their toes into sports just a little bit. They are about to get a MLS contract up and rolling. 10 years, $2.5 billion for Major League Soccer, which I am told starts here next week, Nick Break. Next week, they streamed Major League Baseball games on Friday nights. But this would be their first full headfirst jump into the college football sphere, which is, as we all know, a different animal, but you got to do what you got to do. So far be it for me to be down on the Pac-12, far be it for me to be down on Apple TV Plus. However you make your money, however you get it done, you get it done. So good for the Pac-12 if this does happen for finding a chair. There's more to this story, though. Believe you me, there's much more to talk about. If you haven't yet subscribed, would love to have you a part of this. Comment below what you think about the Apple TV Plus potential deal with the Pac-12. Want to hear your thoughts, feelings, concerns. Also follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at JDPakel. The silver lining in this, if you want to look at the cup as half full for the Pac-12, here's what I would say. USC and UCLA headed to the Big Ten in 2024. What does that mean? Well, you go down to 10 teams and you lose two teams that I think have a really good shot to compete for the conference title in years to come, with Lincoln Riley at USC, with Chip Kelly at UCLA. I think both those programs have a chance to trend upward in the Big Ten and could have given you fits at the top of the Pac-12 conference. Now they're both gone. So if you're an Oregon, you're a Washington, you're a Utah, Arizona, Colorado, any of those schools within the Pac-12 conference, you now say, hey, those are two spots that were closer to the top tier in the Pac-12 conference, and maybe we have a chance to fill that. Maybe we have a chance to take over those spots up near the upper echelon of this conference that we can take over. Now, why is that significant? In 2024, the college football playoff also expands. Everything that we have heard in regards to formatting of that expansion or expanded playoff. The Pac-12 champion, rather, sitting pretty with an automatic bid into the dance. So if you win this conference, you're in the playoff. Not a bad deal, right? Especially with USC and UCLA leaving, not a bad deal. Okay, so that could give you some reason to stay. Now, here's the thing that I'm most concerned about, though, for the Pac-12. Here's what I think you would likely have happen if Apple TV Plus does get the media rights to the Pac-12 conference. I think it hurts your on-field product a little bit because of how you would recruit. Now, you may have a different opinion. That's fine. Here's where I stand on this. It's going to be difficult to pitch to somebody in their living room that their future games will be broadcast on a streaming service behind a paywall. When you have other programs coming into that living room and saying, hey, we'll put you on ESPN, put you on Fox, put you on CBS, all those networks that you watched growing up, all the networks that you associate with college football, were on those every single Saturday. Apple TV Plus, they're new to the game. Maybe it's the future, maybe it's not, but they're new to the game. It's going to take a little bit of reassurance for them to get some staying power here. And I think as a whole, for Oregon and Washington specifically, I think you would end up losing them. Now, you may end up losing them regardless of who you give these media rights to, but I think that Oregon and Washington, with how much they already make in-house, with how much of the heavy lifting they're already doing for the Pac-12 conference, I think they're looking to their left, looking to their right, seeing Washington State, seeing Oregon State, and saying, you know what, we're carrying more than our fair share here. We can go make some more money at a different destination. Destination, of course, being a conference. So if you do go with Apple TV Plus, I think that's kind of seals the deal. I think you do lose those teams. Maybe you lose others. So it's a gamble. It's a risk. But again, it sounds like Apple TV Plus is the leader right now to land the media rights for the Pac-12. I'm not going to be down on it. It's how you stay relevant. It's how you make your money. Maybe it helps you when it comes to the expanded playoff, but I think it comes at a price. I think the consequences for this will be pretty fierce. I think it hurts you recruiting-wise, and I think it hurts you in terms of teams that you keep around. It's not pretty, but it's business. It's the world we're living in. Appreciate you rocking with us. Nick Bright, Lifting Heavy. This is your show. Make sure you're subscribed. We are live twice a week here. We got content for you, though, about college football on the Hard Count every single day on the On3 YouTube channel. So make sure you're locked in. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We're going to keep the party rolling, and we will see y'all next time. Hey y'all, thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel here to make sure you don't miss an episode of the Hard Count. Also be sure to check out other videos on the On3 YouTube channel.